Good evening, and welcome to the September 23rd, 2014 Town Board meeting for the Town of Ossining. Please stand for the pledge.
Councilmember Jeffrey?
Present.
Councilmember Harder?
Present.
Councilmember Wilshire?
Present.
Councilmember Blothoff?
Present.
And Supervisor Donnelly.
Present.
Do we have any announcements?
We do. We would like to take the vast majority of the residents and, we would like to thank the vast majority of residents and commercial property owners of the town of Ossining for their support of this town board and administration. We pride ourselves on our accessibility and transparency, and we're glad these qualities have been recognized by so many of you. Thank you for the many phone calls and emails, for stopping by in the office to acknowledge your support, and for speaking to us at functions in the streets of this great community and while out shopping at local businesses. We have worked to create a norm that every situation is thought out, acted on with purpose, and then tweaked as needed, always keeping in mind our goal to improve the lives of those in this community a little at a time. Our accessibility to outlets through social media and our right of free speech allow people to express their opinions, which are one of the great things about living in a democracy. Thank you for all those who contribute constructive comments concerning any of the issues that we have in front of us. There will always be those who spin the truth to their advantage, whether it is for personal gain or because they have truly been misinformed. This is why we ask each and every one of you to investigate for yourselves. Ask your own questions, pay your own visits, come and visit, and more importantly, draw your own conclusion. Recently, somebody asked me, how's the voice of the people? To which I responded that the majority of our residents said they love the way the town is moving forward, respect the town board and administration's deliberation and decisions on each issue. Again, thank you. As far as the town board is concerned, this is a business. Our responsibility is to provide the services needed to make this a comfortable place to live at the most reasonable cost. You are the stakeholders. We are accountable to all 37,000 residents in the entire town of Ossining, and the 57, which includes the 5,700 residents of the unincorporated area, for whom we are their local layer of government. Often the decisions that we are asked to reach are tough, but we have taken an oath to do what we believe is right for our community, and we ask that you continue to have confidence in our ability to see the big picture in all instances and act accordingly. Dale Cemetery. Due to a lack of consistent funding, we are required to make changes at Dale Cemetery. The town cannot assume a budget of $500,000 per year between payroll, equipment, and supplies necessary to keep the property in top shape and working order. We appreciate the time that both Barbara and George have put into this project, but the board has concluded that at this time it would be most prudent for us to go in another direction. We have asked Pete Connolly, who is a former fire chief, to oversee the cemetery for the time being. We have notified the local funeral homes that for a short period of time we will continue to bury those who have passed away, but we will not be selling new plots. The sales and financial operations will be moved to the supervisor's office for the time being. We will be meeting with the local funeral directors shortly to get their input and advice as we move forward. Our goal is to keep the cemetery open. We understand that all the plots sold. We understand that all the plots sold and the maintenance on this historical memorial park, and take that responsibility very seriously. We hope to continue to bring this beautiful historical site back to its past beauty and have it in pristine condition when family and friends pay respect to their loved ones, when our veterans and first responders visit and honor those who have served so bravely. We will be very busy this week reorganizing, and we hope you can bear with us while we work through this process. Police negotiations. We have begun working with the Village of Ossining on the police negotiations concerning the provision of services to provide services into the unincorporated area for 2015 to 2018. Immediately after our vote last Tuesday evening, we sent the village an outline of the contract and began setting up meetings to review all the aspects of the agreement. It is essential that we have everything in writing to avoid complications and second guessing after the fact. As explained in the press release, we need to move this process along quite quickly to facilitate the hiring of staff and allow both municipalities to budget appropriately. As in any RFP, we need to work out the details and adjust our procedures so that it works for both parties. We have done this with whatever the town has agreed to negotiate. The town board and administration has spent a great deal of time researching and evaluating the proposal, and we look forward to this next step of the process. At sundown tomorrow, many of our friends and family will celebrate the Jewish New Year. Have a blessed Rosh Hashanah. Announcements. Senator David Carlucci will be at Starbucks in Arcadia this coming Saturday, the 27th, September 27th, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. He's there to talk to you, go over everything that you would like to go over, so please go and visit Senator David Carlucci at Starbucks in Arcadia Shopping Center. Also on Saturday, it will be Got Drugs? Turn in your unused or expired medication for safe disposal this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here at the Ossining Police Court Facility. It's 8688 Spring Street. That's where we are tonight. And it's Prescription Take-Back Day. I want to make it a point that there is always a reciprocal, there's also, it's like a mailbox in the lobby of the police station that you can come and drop off your prescriptions, either the over-the-counter or prescription medications that you're not going to use. It is very important that we all learn not to flush them down the toilet. It is not good for the environment. That is what I have. Does anyone have anything else? Madam Clerk.
Do we have any public comments? Not seeing anyone.
On agenda items?
Yes.
No.
Board resolution. Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining hereby approves the September 9th, 2014 minutes of the regular meeting as presented. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I abstain because I wasn't here for the full amount of the meeting.
Okay.
That would better be said as the entire meeting.
And okay again.
Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining hereby approves the September 16th, 2014 minutes of special meeting as presented. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolved the town board of the town of Ossining hereby approves the voucher detail report dated September 23rd, 2014, the amount of $434,384.81. Do you have a motion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Whereas the town of Ossining is required to collect town, county, and school taxes for the municipality, with the onus on the town to make whole the county and school district for any uncollected taxes. And whereas the receiver of taxes has been approached by a property owner, Campwoods Realty LLC, requesting a short-term payment plan for the property at 15 Campwoods Road, tax parcel designation 90.13-1-84, and whereas the town board, pursuant to Article 5 of the Ossining Town Code, as authorized by Section 1184 of the New York Real Property Tax, before entry of a final judgment, may withdraw a parcel for which payment of real property taxes is delinquent from a foreclosure proceeding and enter into an installment plan for payment of all delinquent taxes, as well as interest and penalties, and does occasionally grant such a plan and has the discretion to accept or reject any proposal by a residential or commercial property owner, providing the owner meets the eligibility requirements set forth in Section 180-17 of the Town Code, and the payment plan conforms to the requirements for such a repayment plan set forth in Section 180-18 of the Town Code. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Ossining hereby grants the aforementioned payment plan which terms comply with the town code, grant this property owner who has determined to be eligible the understanding that this sets no precedent going forward for this or any other property in the future. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Whereas the property at 19 Cedar Lane, tax ID number 89.11-1-59, was on the list of properties to be auctioned by the town for failure to pay delinquent taxes. And whereas on May 27, 2014, the town board agreed to temporarily remove the property from the auction listing while efforts were made to market and sell the property. And whereas the property owners have encountered extenuating circumstances while preparing the property for sale and have requested more time to market and sell the property. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining hereby grants an extension to this deadline until December 31st, 2014. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Whereas pursuant to a judgment of foreclosure for unpaid taxes entered by the Supreme Court of the State of New York, Westchester County, the town of Ossining conducted an auction of foreclosed properties at 16 Croton Avenue at 1 p.m. on August 13, 2014, in order to sell off properties with delinquent taxes owed to the town of Ossining, one of which was 94 State Street, tax ID 97.11-1-84, and whereas all present had the opportunity to register and become qualified bidders to bid on the three properties for sale, under the condition that the party offering the highest purchase price be awarded the property subject to a resolution approving such sale by the town board of the town of Ossining, and whereas Mr. Darwin Yunga was a successful bidder at a bid price of $49,000, and now therefore be it resolved that the town accepts the high bid of $49,000 for the property at 94 State Street, submitted by Mr. Darwin Yunga, Ossining, New York. The town is authorized to accept a deed for the property from the receiver of taxes in a form approved by the town attorney, and the town supervisor is authorized to execute a deed as well as all required transfer documents in forms acceptable to the town attorney, effectuating the sale of the premises to the high bidder upon receipt by the town of the bid price. Furthermore, upon conveyance of the property to the high bidder, the bidder will pay all real property taxes for the property as adjusted from the date of conveyance, with all additional accrued interest and/or penalties that may have accrued against the property for unpaid taxes through the day of conveyance being hereby waived. Do I have a motion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Whereas pursuant to a judgment of foreclosure for unpaid taxes entered by the Supreme Court of the State of New York, Westchester County, the town of Ossining conducted an auction of foreclosed properties at 16 Croton Avenue at 1 p.m. on August 13th in order to sell off properties with delinquent taxes owed to the town of Ossining, one of which was 2 vacant lots on Priestley Street, tax IDs 97.15-2-4, 97.15-2-5, and was all present had the opportunity to register and become qualified bidders, bid on the three properties for sale under the condition that the party offering the highest purchase price would be awarded the property subject to a resolution approving such sale by the town board of the town of Ossining. And whereas Ms. Karen Liu was the successful bidder at a bid price of $12,000, and now therefore be it resolved that the town accepts the high bid of $12,000 for the properties at Priestley Street submitted by Ms. Karen Liu, Ossining, New York. The town is authorized to accept a deed for the property from the receiver of taxes in a form approved by the town attorney, and the town supervisor is authorized to execute a deed as well as all required transfer documents in forms acceptable to the town attorney, effectuating the sale of the premises to the high bidder upon receipt by the town of the bid price. Furthermore, upon conveyance of the property to the high bidder, the bidder will pay all real property taxes for the property as adjusted from the date of conveyance, with all additional accrued interest and/or penalties that may have accrued against the property for unpaid taxes day of conveyance being hereby waived. Do I have a motion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We have no correspondence to be received and filed. Monthly reports resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Ossining hereby accepts the following monthly report from the Tax Receiver's Office for the month of August 2014. Do I have a motion?
Move.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? On to visitor recognition, not seeing anyone. May I have a motion for an adjournment to executive session for legal advice? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Well, that was a nice short meeting. I want to thank everyone. Again, Happy New Year to all of our Jewish friends and family. And we'll see you next Tuesday. Oh, very important announcement. Next Tuesday, September 30th, is our town hall meeting at the Ossining Library. It's at the, come down to the back. You go into the theater for our town hall meeting. So it's at 7:30 next Tuesday night, September 30th. We will have the assessor there to update us on the reassessment. We will have people there to schedule times for you to go into your home if you have received a card or you have a circumstance that you'd like the reval people to come in at a certain time. And we will talk a little bit. We'll be there to answer any questions that you might have about the police contract or any of the other things that we're working on in the town of Ossining. So have a wonderful week. Again, Saturday, the senator will be at Starbucks in Arcadia Shopping Center from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And bring your unused drugs, drugs and medication to the to the Ossining Police and Court facility. We want to reopen?
No.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good week.